Hello, I am Claire Fayers and this is my book Stormhound. It's really lovely to be talking to you again, and thank you so much for everyone at East Sussex Libraries for organising this award. I am just so glad to be on the shortlist. Today I've got some questions to answer. First question, do you have a dog? I'm afraid I don't. I actually have cats. If you look at the dedication at the front of Stormhound, it's actually written to my cats, and I apologise to them for writing about a dog. But I really do like dogs though, so you never know, maybe one day I'll get a dog. What is your favourite book that you have written? Don't tell my other books. It's Stormhound. I had so much fun writing this book, and it's my newest one, and it is currently my favourite. Will you write about Jessie and David again? I'd love to send them off on another adventure. Actually, I can think of all sorts of different places in the country they could go and meet other supernatural people and have different things happening. There is actually a Halloween Stormhound short story on my website, so if you wanted to read another Stormhound adventure, you can look it up on my website. It's there and it's free for anybody to read. Stormhound is set in Wales, but Odin is from Viking myth. Why did you mix the two? That is such an interesting question to ask, because they do seem to be very different. I actually started with the idea of the wild hunt, and that comes up in Viking mythology and in Welsh legends as well. In Viking myth it's Odin who owns the hunt, and in Welsh it's King Arawn of the Welsh otherworld. And so there are a few connections. And then I decided I wanted to set the book in Wales, and I started to look at Welsh folk tales and magic as well, and just seeing what I could fit together, and it all just seemed to come together really well. The next question. David could turn into a hare. If you could turn into any animal, what would you be? It's another really good question. I think I'd like to be something scary so I could leap out at people and surprise them. Maybe I'd be a giant hairy spider or a tiger or something. Or something big and fierce and scary. What inspired Stormhound? Well, I have always loved reading myths and legends and folk tales of different places. And so I think it grew out of that. And the idea for Storm actually came to me when I was trying to write a serious book, which I still haven't managed to write yet. But I think because Storm takes himself very seriously, I've got this idea that's trying to be serious but then couldn't quite manage it, and that came in. And of course it's set in a little town that's not far from where I live, so there's a lot of inspiration from that town and from the countryside around it. If you ever get the chance to visit, you definitely should visit. It's really beautiful there. And finally, who is your favourite character in Stormhound? I loved writing Storm. I think Storm is a great character. But the character I would most like to be myself is Ceridwen, because she's a bit older, so she's about my age, and she rides a motorbike, which I think is really cool. And she's got a very interesting history, and I like the way that she changes in the book. She's not afraid to admit when she's made a mistake and then to start to put things right, and I think it's quite brave of people to do that, so I like her. And that is all the questions. Thank you for listening, thank you for reading Stormhound, and hopefully I will see you at some point.